Previously.
It is getting heads only.
So we're keeping the stock manifolds and everything out.
Correct.
It just wants to fix the head problem.
Correct.
Pick up a little bit of power too.
I just thrown some fresh plugs in it. Headers are all bolted up.
Nice. With cats? No cats?
Yeah, cats.
Cats, okay. That's real nice. Real nice. All we did was headers with cats.
That's it.
Let's see if we can pick up headers and tune.
11.64.
More than that.
By about 3 times more than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say throw about 30.
33 and 36 is going to be my guess.
You tuned out the DoD crap too, didn't you? Because it sounds so annoying every time it would go into 4-cylinder mode.
I didn't do anything yet,
Okay.
but I'm going.
So if you're not familiar, these have DoD. Basically what that does is it shuts down 4 of the cylinders, 2 on each side.
Dicks on demand.
Yeah, dicks on demand, yep.
It's basically
That's
just
what it
me.
sounds
It's
like.
just me at all times.
That's what it sounds like. We've done a comparison of the DoD lifters versus the normal lifters before. They are bigger, they've got like an extra spring on them.
They're controlled by, well, electronically and by oil based. Well, not electronically, but basically by oil. They put oil to them or they don't have oil to them.
Right. Shuts.
So they're either pumped up or they're not.
The AFM system uses a valve lifter oil manifold, or VLOM. The VLOM delivers pressurized engine oil to 4 normally closed solenoids. Each solenoid regulates pressurized oil to the intake and exhaust lifters to deactivate selected cylinders 1, 4, 6, and 7.
I guess it's kind of electronically and oil based. However you want to look at it.
You can turn them off in the tune, which we're going to do. But ideally, you really should remove them when you do a cam package because they've been known to fail.
Well, you have to remove them if you do a cam.
Yeah, but I mean, that's generally when you do them is what I'm trying to say.
Correct, yes.
A mistimed switch event may result in AFM lifter failure. AC Delco has analyzed engines where lifters collapsed. Witness marks show damage on the latching shelf of the lifter.
You gotta take the heads off, so. Doing just headers, we'll just tune them out.
Yes, I will just make it so they're pumped up at all times.
Just another benefit of doing a tune.
And people think it affects gas mileage. It really doesn't. I wish it did, but it doesn't.
Because even if you're on the highway, they're not.
It puts it in 4-cylinder mode, but you're just like, you're not using any gas. You're just cruising. Like, it doesn't save any gas mileage. GM may have made it save gas mileage for some tests that they had to do, and that's why they have it, but nah, bro.
There's something else to fail in my mind.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It's like start, stop. I hate that junk.
That's very annoying.
It's the worst.
If I ever had a car that had that, I think you can disable it, but still, like, I think all the new Dodge has that. All the Jeeps like that.
Family members has a Buick and it doesn't. And they like stops every stop. I'm like,
every time.
No way.
Yep. When I'm like driving, like, and if it's like nice out and I have the windows down and it's like the light turns green, you hear someone like start their car, you're like, what the f is that?
Like, who thinks that's a good idea?
Yeah, let's just go through starters once a month.
Like, the startup is like the worst as far as damage, not damage, but wear on your engine. I mean, sure, it's warm at that point, but still, starting it up 30 times on a daily commute, it can't be good in the long run.
Probably more than that in reality.
Yeah, but that can't be good in the long run.
No. Especially not for like a starter.
Right.
Like, oh, this starter was supposed to last 10 years, now it's going to last 1 because you just put the life of 10 years on it.
And it's probably like in the header, like impossible to get to.
Yeah, like a fucking 2-valve Mustang.
Right.
Them things. Is it a 2-valve? One of them Ford motors, the starter is in like this, and the one bolt is like impossible to get to.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like, and I'm pretty sure like everyone who has ever done a starter or whatever on one just leaves that out. Because there's 2 more, and you don't need that one, and it's a f***ing pain in the ass to get to. I did one like way back in the day, like when I first started the shop.
Back when you actually had.
Yeah, back when I like had to like work on stuff and I couldn't like pick what I wanted to work on because I was only in business for like 5 months. That I put like headers on a 2-valve or something, and I will never do it again. I did it when I had to do it.
So like, when you do
yeah, but you like said you did them before, so you have experience.
Yeah, see, that's, you just kicked yourself.
Yeah.
Now Bill's gonna get 15 phone calls, someone in their Dodge and their Ford. Well, Fran said in one episode that he used to.
Yeah.
Can you work on my 1954, whatever?
BMW?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Did they have BMWs back then?
BMWs are
Here we
like
go.
older
Here we
than
go. They're also piles
sicker.
of shit.
So much cooler. Hello, Matthew.
Hi.
You right there?
Yep.
What do you got going on this thing?
Well, this is a customer's car that basically bought everything for stage 5 and did it himself, so just kind of fixing some things.
I see that. I think this is the one he built the engine too, I think.
Well, I think a machine shop built the engine.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much all of these computer engine and body harnesses they kind of like intertwine between this.
Intertwined? I don't know what intertwined is. Alright, continue. Continue.
They intertwine around the fuse box and this computer tray. And he kind of just had everything jammed on top of it. Which was a problem because it was pushing up against the water pump pulley. Alternator wasn't plugged in. So it is extremely difficult. The harness on this thing is difficult.
Gotcha.
So I'm just I've done it a few times, so just getting everything back the way it mostly should be. Keep everything away from the headers and that water pump, and
You got a wires meth.
got a wires meth.
I guess he did part of it.
He brought his remote bleeder
Okay.
for his clutch up in between the headers here, which is a big no-no, because what happens is the fluid will get so hot in here it'll actually boil and introduce air into the system, which obviously clutch pedal will go to shit.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So we'll have to get that way far away from the heat.
It's also kind of a pressurized fluid. I mean, you don't really want that going and spraying all over a header to cause a fire.
No, it'll immediately start fire.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it to the point that you get this thing running again.
Okay. And then I'm assuming we're turning.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a common thing that me and Eric see a lot,
Okay.
and it is easily mistakable, but at the same time, it's. Let me find a connector here. These GM map sensor plugs. Only plug on the car that can be plugged in backwards. So it has a groove and then a clip. And there's what happens all the time is, I don't have a map sensor right in front of me, but oh, here we go. So basically, a lot of people, it can plug in like this,
Gotcha.
and the groove will snap in. So you need to look. The angle tab is for the clip, and the oval, prong there
For that. Okay.
for
Gotcha.
that.
So it can be in backwards and it.
Yeah, and that's why this thing was running terrible when I got here. It was
Gotcha.
plugged in
I
backwards.
was gonna say I moved it inside and
Yeah,
it
won't even stay running.
it's shut off. On
So,
me.
just a quick thing.
Okay. Gotcha. Thanks
About
for the
it.
quick tip.
That's my rant for the day.
That wasn't so much a rant.
No, it's just
It's an informational.
it is an informational tip. You see, I mean, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
This is true. Tell him, Matt.
So what are you doing with this thing?
Putting a radiator in it.
It looks like a heat exchanger.
Yeah.
Be a good guess.
Like what else? Are we doing? This is one we did before. We did like cat lead pipes or something on it, right?
Yeah, it's getting headers, heat exchanger, and catch can and heat supply.
Gotcha. You got that 5-inch on there. You almost done with this thing?
Sure am. Gotta.
This
That's
is
obnoxious.
clapping for you.
Just you do the gauge, and that's it.
Oh, we put one of our AM gauges in.
Yep.
Let's see your handiwork.
Don't mind the 8-rib belt. I had nothing to do with that.
Oh, is that what you had on there?
Yeah.
They didn't give him all?
They don't make
Yeah.
pulley combos wrong.
Gotcha.
I changed this meth nozzles, which you can see that one there.
Yeah, it looks nice. And the other one's more hidden.
Cleaned up the wiring as best I could.
Yeah, it looks good.
Set up the meth controller the way I always do.
It's good. Looks good. And you relocated the clutch bleed?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Tucked
Right.
up under that.
That's what I thought I saw.
I'm sure you saw that gold tape and got hype.
Finish her up, and then we'll see her on the dyno.
I'm gonna get the ZR1 on my list before lunch.
Okay. just heads.
Yes.
Eric and I were talking about how done a couple more of these recently. Pick up anywhere between like 40 and 60.
Yeah, they're actually
something.
picking up pretty good power.
Yeah. Even that non-milled one we did picked up like 45, 50 or something like that. That was impressive to me.
Yeah.
Because you figure most of your power is coming from the bump and compression.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure tune.
Sure.
Some cars are different than others though, dude. Like, I can tune a stock C6Z and it might not pick up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then others will pick up 25,
right.
So. I mean, this thing, baseline, had an air intake and a catback, no tune.
Right.
So, I mean, not that catback does anything, but air intake, was it like rich or anything?
It didn't, no, it was right on. The only problem is during the baseline, the fucking wideband was bad. You could see where it dipped out. I replaced it right after that, but it dipped up.
Got a freshie in there now.
Yeah, you got a freshie. Typically, you'll see on top of yours. The wideband goes like that mid-pole if we're still in it.
Yeah, if it just goes dead lean.
Yeah. Either fell out.
Needs a new sensor.
Either fell out, which on a stock car doesn't really happen, or sensor. It was still in, so new sensor.
During the summer, I probably go through one a month.
At least, yeah.
I don't really go through a ton in the winter.
No, it's the humidity.
Yeah.
That's why.
They get wet.
Yeah.
And all the water and that's coming out of the exhaust when it's fucking.
Yep. Goes through the pipey, John.
Yeah. Solid one a month during the summer. During the winter, I'd maybe one every couple months.
Yeah, it's true. Because in the winter it's dry.
But like, you should tune my car for like $50.
This is the internet again?
Yeah.
Or, you've tuned a setup like this before, so it should cost less.
Should. Wideband sensors should cost less because I used 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, why should I pay the same price? I bought a bunch of them.
I liked your one analogy on that one guy's post where you're like, a doctor does 30 surgeries. Does that mean he should do his cheaper?
Yeah,
because he's
for
done
you.
it 30 times?
Yeah, you're paying for someone's experience, not their time.
Right.
It's simple as that. I've said it multiple times.
When you're spending thousands of dollars on these things, like people really cheap out so much on tuners.
Oh, it's retarded. Anytime someone has like an aftermarket head unit in it,
so loud.
oh, they're so loud. And I don't think there's a way to turn them down.
No.
Maybe with a Tech 2 or something like that, you can turn them down, but man, dude, yeah, like if that was my car, I would rip the speaker out of it.
That's pretty close to like cam numbers. 540 volt. You know what I mean? Like 550.
Certain cars, yeah. This thing don't even have headers on it, does it?
No, manifolds and cats. That has that air raid on it, but I don't know how much it was doing at 459.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Now that it has more flow in the heads, probably helping too. Both work together.
The air intake is good. It's not even necessarily the air intake. The air intake or the intake manifold starts to be restriction at like 5,100. It starts dropping kPa. It actually goes back up to 100 at 5,700, and then back down to 98, then 97 at like 63, 6,200.
This is not horrible, but
no, I mean, it's just like anything else. There's more power to be made with different.
Yeah, and that's how we spiral.
Yeah.
It's doing an intake manifold, then I might as well do headers. Do it all. Next thing you know, you got a fully bolt filled.
That. You have that.
Yeah.
That was the street car.
One of the street cars.
It was supposed to always be a street car.
ZR1's a street car now, really.
Oh yeah, because I had to buy another one because that didn't be a street car.
It's that meme. I bought a instead of a daily, I bought a street car.
Yeah.
Need new street car. Fran's transmission for his ZR1 is back from RPM Transmissions.
Got more French cars on the lift than customer cars.
I know, right? Alright, we're gonna help Matt lift this in. Thing looks good. So what all did you change up?
Your mom.
I already know 6th gear. I just want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
That was all I changed.
Didn't you fix like synchros?
Yeah, I f***ed it up.
I know. You did.
No lift shifting doesn't.
I know you did. I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah. I just keep blaming it on my girlfriend and telling her she f***ed it up. I showed her the bill. I'm like, here, babe, thanks for f***ing up my trans. But yeah, no, dude, it's stock trans and it's gotten this beat out of it for a while. So I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. You know, breaks. But then I changed 6th gear. These I don't like ZR1s on the highway. At like 80, they're at like 2300. So
yeah.
I think stock 6th gear is a 0.68, and they put a 0.53 in it. So it's like a 14-mile-an-hour difference at like 2,000 RPM or whatever, which is significant. Cause
oh yeah.
Really, the only complaint I ever had is like when we're like, let me drive this thing everywhere. So like when we're driving wherever, like I've driven up to like New York and New Jersey to race before. So like when you're going on the highway and you're going 80 or 90 mile an hour,
so they're like,
yeah, it's like 2,600 RPM. Yeah. Like, so it sucked. So it'll be awesome now. I was going to put a 7-speed in it just simply for that reason, to get another gear. And then Jeremy was like, dude, let's just change just 6th gear. I'm like, it's cool with me.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I got no problem doing that. If I don't have to change it, I mean, I have no problem with anything else. I just wanted it on the highway to be better, so. Now it will be better.
It will be.
More better.
More's better. Got that purple drink going in.
Purple Nurple.
You want a purple Nurple?
Don't touch me.
Matt's the one that said he never had a Hertz donut.
That I forgot about that. Really, Matt? Where you been all your life?
I mean,
Never had that.
In school, you guys.
It's like a joke that you do to like little kids.
Yeah.
If you ever having a Hertz donut and they're like, no, and you punch them and you're like, it hurts, don't it?
Yeah.
How have you never?
Yeah. He legit said he was like.
You were like not like your little like nieces, they're not nieces, but nephews and shit like that.
Well, that's sexist. I'll do it to them too.
Yeah.
Equality, Fran.
Yeah.